Did you hear the latest from San Diego Comic-Con? Jeff Lemire, the creator of Sweet Tooth, is taking on a new Justice Society of America ongoing series for DC. This new comic will not only feature the JSA but also bring in Infinity Incorporated. Lemire will be working with artist Diego Olortegui, known for his work on Jay Garrick, The Flash. They shared a sneak peek, including Olortegui's main cover and a few unlettered pages from the first issue. The new JSA lineup includes Hawkgirl, Jay Garrick's Flash, Wildcat, Dr. Fate, Green Lantern Alan Scott, and Hawkman. Infinity Incorporated will also play a significant role in the series. This team, traditionally made up of characters who didn't quite make the cut for the JSA and often include the children of its members, will feature Sand, Hourman, Jade, Obsidian, Dr. Midnight, Jakeem Thunder, and Wildcat Yolanda Montes. While DC hasn't revealed exactly how these two teams will interact, it's clear that Infinity Incorporated will be a major presence. This new JSA series comes right after the conclusion of Jeff Johns' Justice Society of America series, which faced several delays but will wrap up with issue number 12 in September. Lemire and Olortegui's series is set to launch the following month, so it's an exciting time for fans of the Justice Society. Meanwhile, did you hear the big news from Comic-Con? Marvel just announced that Iron Man is leading a new West Coast Avengers team, and they're going to try turning Ultron into a hero. Yep. You heard that right. Ultron, the classic Avengers villain, is joining the team, and Tony Stark is at the helm. The new lineup includes War Machine, Firestar, Spider-Woman Jessica Drew, and, surprisingly, Ultron. The idea is for Tony and his allies to reform Ultron into a hero, but who knows if it'll actually last. This new West Coast Avengers series, which last appeared in 2021 after a 25-year hiatus, is written by Jerry Duggan, who just finished his Iron Man run where he hinted at this new team. The main artist is Danny Kim, though the colorist and letterer haven't been announced yet. Fans of the classic West Coast Avengers will be excited to see Tony Stark's Silver Centurion armor making a return on the main cover by Ben Harvey, which is a personal favorite of mine. Tony will also be sporting a new armor called the Improvised Iron Man in his upcoming solo series. Danny Kim's variant cover even pays homage to the cover of 2005's New Avengers #1. Adding Ultron to the team is especially intriguing, considering the recent Avengers Incorporated reintroduced Mark Ultron, a heroic version of the AI. It's unclear if this is the same Ultron joining the West Coast Avengers, but it's definitely going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Hey, did you hear about the latest from SDCC 24? They had a panel all about the Massiverse, and it was packed with exciting news. The creators behind the Massiverse from Image Comics, Kyle Higgins, Brian Buccellato, Melissa Flores, Ryan Parrott, and Joe Clark, shared some awesome updates. Kyle Higgins talked about how each book in the Massiverse is designed to stand alone, so you can pick up any one of them without feeling lost. He mentioned that every year they do a supermassive one-shot that ties all the stories together. This year, it's focusing on the aftermath of Radiant Black's Catalyst War. Ryan Parrott even joked that Rogue Sun hasn't met the original Radiant Black, Nathan Burnett, yet, which shows how these stories are still developing in unique ways. Melissa Flores discussed wrapping up The Dead Lucky but made it clear that it's not the end for her character, Bibi Lopez Yang. Higgins also showed off some artwork for the next volume of Inferno Girl Red and described it as YA Hope Punk, focusing on themes of self-belief. Rogue Sun is set to launch a new story arc with Dylan Siegel going after a mysterious villain named Morningstar, and we can expect more supernatural elements and new characters in the future. A surprise announcement was the return of COWL, Higgins' first creator-owned series. They're bringing it back as COWL 1964, which will be part of the Massiverse. Plus, there's a vinyl record coming out with music from the original series. The biggest news was about Radiant Black and No/1. After the Catalyst War ends with issues number 30 and hashtag 30.5, Radiant Black will take a break until February 2025. Higgins mentioned his knee surgery impacted the schedule, but they're committed to bringing the series back on a monthly basis. They also announced a Radiant Black audiobook with an incredible cast, including Ryder Strong as Nathan and Wilfriedel as Marshall, among others. And get this, the Massiverse is getting its own movie. Who is No/1 will build on the events of the No/1 series, with Higgins and Buccellato producing and co-writing, and Higgins directing. Buccellato called it a labor of love, which really sums up the dedication they have to this universe. Hey, did you catch the news from SDCC 24 about the new Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series? It's coming to Paramount Plus as a continuation of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem film. During the panel, the creators and stars revealed some exciting details about new characters and voice talent. This season, we'll see Leo, Raph, Donnie, and Mikey continuing to protect New York City while dealing with their teenage lives. They'll be pursuing individual paths, but a new villain, Bishop, voiced by Alana Ubach, will bring them back together. Bishop is out to destroy all mutants with her army of robots called Mekazoids. We'll also see the Turtles facing off against the Street Gang, The Purple Dragons. Two key members are Hun, voiced by Carlin James, and Angel, voiced by Jamila Velasquez. In the second arc, the Turtles clash with a group of aquatic mutants called the East River Three. This group includes their leader Goldfin, Timothy Oliphant, Electrical Enforcer Lee the Eel, Jillian Bell, and the monstrous Mustang Sally, Danny Trejo. We even got a sneak peek at their henchmen, the Sea Enemies. The creators also shared two main title sequences that introduced more new additions. The East River 3 arc's title sequence showed multiple members of the Mutanimals, including Wingnut, Ray Fillet, and Genghis Toad. Fans of Mutant Mayhem will be happy to know the original voice actors are reprising their roles. Unfortunately, fans who weren't at the event will have to wait for the series premiere to see that opening. However, Paramount Plus did share another main title sequence featuring Hun of the Purple Dragons and Metalhead, the Robotic Turtle. It's shaping up to be an awesome series with lots of new and familiar faces.